Hey guys, what's up? It's Eric bringing you another Madden 12 commentary. Week 10 in Denver. This is going to be an exciting one. The Broncos are not so hot this season, but I just love that intro. I mean, who doesn't want to ride a horse into a football stadium? Well, I sure do. But as I said in the last video, we're not going to talk about this gameplay. This gameplay is just to show you. We're really going to talk about real football standings. This is part 2 of my video series. Last time I talked about the AFC. This time I'm going to talk about the NFC. And then if there's some time left, we'll just talk about the gameplay. Yeah, let's just get to it. I started East last time, so this time I'm going to start in the West. So, the NFC West. Firstly, the NFC West was obviously the worst division last year, and it still is. It's god-awful. I mean, every team except for the 49ers has a losing record. But the 49ers, in the contrary, have the best record. Well, not the best record in the league, but they're one of the best teams in the league. They're up there with Green Bay and Detroit. And, and New England, too. But San Francisco, watch out for those guys. They're good, and they really want to win. It's been a very long time since they've been good. Even though they've had some decent years in the last 10, it really hasn't been anything since Steve Young retired. And when they traded Jerry Rice to Oakland. Yes. But San Francisco looks like they're on the rebound with Alex Smith. Frank Gore is a beast. He never goes down. It actually makes me mad when I watch it because I'm a Raiders fan. So I'm watching this guy just crush through everyone, and it's like, really, can't you just tackle him? He's just really slippery. So next, the NFC North, and very strong, unexpectedly strong. Now, the talk last season was that the Lions were going to be good this season. And they are, but they're better than everyone thought they were going to be. Everyone was saying maybe 10 wins this season, maybe 11. They're already at 5-1. That's pretty damn good. But, I mean, what's so bad for the Lions is they're in the same division as the Packers. So, I mean, basically say goodbye to any division win unless something happens to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers' entire line dies. It's not going to happen. And I think the Packers are probably, if they don't go to the Super Bowl, they probably will go to the NFC Championship game. They have the fire to win, and they're not afraid to win. They've been there before. So, yeah, the Packers are good. The Bears and the Vikings, they're just fighting for third place. That's all I think about it. Unless the Bears have some amazing comeback and the Lions fall apart, the Bears aren't going to do anything in the NFC. So, really, my pick to win that division is Green Bay. And Detroit will pick up a wild card because they're good and they will keep winning. Though I hope the possible loss of Javid Best won't hurt them. Detroit has good receivers, but Javid Best really, he's one of the best running backs in the league. It's really sad that he got all those concussions, especially the recent one. But, you know, that happens, and I'm actually, it makes me sad, but at the same time, I'm glad that they're doing something about it, because 2 years ago, the NFL wouldn't give a crap about concussions. So, NFC South. Decent division. I think the Saints have some troubles. You know, with the loss of Reggie Bush, it really hurts a team when you lose one of your best players. It'll hurt any team. It's like if the Patriots lost like Tom Brady. No, it wouldn't be that extreme. Because, I mean, he's a franchise quarterback. But, I mean, Reggie Bush was a franchise receiver and a running back. So, yeah. But the Saints are 4-2. The Buccaneers, surprisingly, are 4-2. I thought they were going to suck this season, and they're doing all right. Atlanta's 3-3. They've got an outside chance, but really, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. And the Panthers don't. No, they're terrible. I mean, I really, their quarterback is so good, but that's the only thing that's good on that team. Everything else is broken, wrong. The receivers, they're just not very good. The line is just not very good. The Panthers may be good in the future, but this season they're not doing anything. They've already put themselves in a death hole. So, I mean, my pick for the division, I would say the Saints, because obviously they've won before. They were Super Bowl champions not that long ago. But then again, 2 years in the NFL is a long time. But still, I pick the Saints. And Tampa Bay, possible wild card for that division. Now, NFC East. And this division is just not good. I mean, the NFC West is worse. And that's really bad. But the NFC East is the second worst. The New York Giants are 4-2, but really, they should be 3-3. I don't know how they're 4-2 right now. They're barely winning their games. But they're obviously the best team in that division, unless Washington can somehow pull it together. They're 3-2 right now, so I mean, a winning record's a winning record, but it doesn't matter if you can't win, because you'll eventually get a losing record at that rate. Dallas and Philly, they both suck. You know, Tony Romo, I don't think he's been healthy since like 2009. So, I mean, if you're putting all your marbles in this one guy, but he's not even healthy, what are you doing? Like, get somebody to replace him. Get the draft pick. Waste it on a quarterback. Just, I really don't understand what Dallas is trying to do with him. I mean, he's so broken. One bad tackle, and he could be done for his career, because he's really messed up. And Philadelphia, God bless them. I mean, they're 2-4. They trade Donovan McNabb. They put all their chips on Michael Vick. And what do they go? They just go and lose. I mean, they may have just recently won. I'll give them that. But when they played the 49ers, they let that team come back. Now, you could argue, though, the 49ers are really good, and they are. But they let them come back from that huge lead. I think it was like 23 points. It was ridiculously big. And they actually let them come back. That is a bad team if they do that. Now, on the contrary, if you want to say the Raiders are a bad team for that, I think that's false, because the team that came back on them, the Buffalo Bills, they're way better. And the Raiders are still a good team. They just had their troubles. And I think, if I recall, it was week 2. So, I mean, not every team has everything put together. But Philly had a little more time, and they still couldn't get it done. So the Eagles just aren't very good. And, you know, Dallas letting the Lions come back at the same time, you know, sign of a bad team. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. So really my pick for that division, it's all turmoil, but I think the Giants are going to win that division. My second wild card pick, I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think they've got the the balls really to get it done. They can do it. So really, just a review, I picked New York for the NFC East, Green Bay for the NFC North, New Orleans for the NFC South, San Francisco for the NFC West, and Detroit and Tampa Bay as my 2 wild cards for that conference. Just a review from the last video, I picked Oakland to win the AFC West, Tennessee to win the AFC South. I think I picked Pittsburgh to win the AFC North because there's a 3-way tie for first in that division, so I would go with Pittsburgh there. New England to win the AFC East, and I'm crossing my fingers on this one. I hope I'm not wrong, but Baltimore and Buffalo is the 2 wildcard picks. That could just throw up a storm from all those Chargers fans, but really, I don't think they can do it. I mean, once the Chargers play the Raiders, that's really going to be the deciding factor. If I'm wrong, it's because the Chargers beat the Raiders. That is the only reason. Because that'll give them the fire to win every other game. If they lose to the Raiders, they just might as well lose the division. Because that's their only competition in that division. Well, that is the end of my NFL analysis, all of my playoff picks. You're watching this run by Sean Green. He broke like 2 tackles on this run and then turned on the Jets, ran for a touchdown, first one of the game. We win. It was a great game in the second half. I just could not complete a pass in the first half. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't do it. But win is a win. It's the NFL. Everybody has bad games. So anyway, final score, Jets 21, Broncos 6.